Bonjour, je me présente, Sévrine Labelle, PDG de Femmes et Sœurs, Madame Ng, ministre de la Petite Entreprise, de la promotion des exportations et du commerce international, et Madame Rachel Ben-Dayan, secrétaire parlementaire. Merci de prendre le temps d'échanger avec nos entrepreneurs. Femmes et Sœurs est très fière d'être partenaire du gouvernement du Canada dans le cadre de la stratégie fédérale pour les femmes en entrepreneuriat. Tout comme vous, notre objectif est d'augmenter considérablement le nombre d'entreprises à propriété féminine et de soutenir davantage de femmes issues de tous les horizons et provenant de toutes les régions du Québec. Comme vous le savez, la crise de la COVID-19 a frappé de plein fouet toutes les entreprises québécoises et particulièrement celles portées par des femmes. Mais pour certaines, cette crise-là a aussi été signe d'opportunité pour elles. La ministre Ng souhaitait s'entretenir avec des entrepreneurs soutenus par Femmes et Sœurs afin de mieux comprendre leurs défis ainsi que leurs réalisations en lien avec la situation actuelle des derniers mois. Étant donné les restrictions sanitaires en place, nous avons pensé organiser ces rencontres de façon virtuelle pour la protection de toutes et de tous. Également, les échanges se dérouleront en anglais pour faciliter la conversation avec la ministre Ng. Minister Ng, once again, thank you so much for being with us today and for meeting with some of our most inspiring entrepreneurs. Are you ready?
I am ready. I'm very ready.
Sans plus tarder, je laisse Magalie Dionne et Sylvia Masson, propriétaires de la Pourvoirie St-Zénon, vous présenter leur entreprise.
Merci Sévrine. Good morning, Minister Ng.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Ben-Dayan, Afarian, all members of Femmes et Sœurs, and also Mrs. Drolet and Chénard. So let's introduce ourselves. I'm Sylvia, and this is my beautiful partner and also a beautiful wife, Magalie. We both worked before for the government. Magalie was for the Child Protective Services for over 15 years, and I was for the federal government in charge of the marine pilotage on the East Coast. And we are also mother of a 9-year-old daughter, which is not with us this morning. It's a blessing. So we all started in 2017, July 2017. We went on a fishing trip, all the family together. I was a good fisherman. Magalie and my daughter was not. And the Pourvoirie actually was just across the road of the one we own right now. We went there on a weekend only, and we fell in love with the spot, with the area, with the nature, with the quietness. We loved the fact that we had no cell phone signal, no internet, no TV, no whatsoever. And we found out that it was a very nice place to raise our family. A few weeks after, a job opening was made as a general director for the Pourvoirie St-Zénon, which I didn't want to apply at first, but Magalie pushed me a bit to send my resume there and apply. And we made a condition that when the actual owner would sell, we would be the first one in line to buy it back, which was supposed to be not before 2027. So we decided to go for the life quality and just give up the job security we had at the government. And well, here we are. After 2 years, we own this property. Yeah. We signed with my place for 14 months now. So actually, have you ever wondered what your life would be if one thing never happened? The Pourvoirie St-Zénon crossed our road at the right time, at the right moment in our life. If we go back 5 years prior to today, I would not see myself owning that place, and I would see still myself working for the federal government and being in a security spot. And now today, we feel like we are at the right spot, right time in our life. We own 3,000 acres of pure nature, 10 lakes, 16 chalets, and we own the second biggest star observatory in the province. So we're pretty proud of what we have right now. So prior to buying, we had the learning process, which was supposed to be 10 years. It ended up being 6 months. So we learned from the previous owner how they were handling the business, how they were handling with the customer services, the client, and mostly we identified the aiding we wanted to give from when we would be owner. After that, well, I was more into the office. Magalie actually worked for us at that time also. She was more on the terrain with the staff we had. So we had a learning curve pretty fast. And then after 6 months, when we came back from our wedding trip, honeymoon trip, they told us, well, they wanted to sell. So we ended up starting the process. It was very hard, and it seems honestly impossible. It's pretty hard to take back a company. It's hard to find the finance for support. And I have to tell, Femmes was the first one who believed in us. Honestly, they were there. They helped us. They gave us a lot of push and a lot of info. And we couldn't make it without them. That's for sure. So we had to obtain all the permits because the land belongs to the provincial government. And we had to take over the company when it was at the peak season. So we took the head of the company on June 1st last year, and it was in a rush. So it was a pretty hard time because I had to cope with the work. I was at work as a general director, and when I was back home, I had to negotiate with all the bankers to find financing. It was a rough time. Our lawyer told us to take 2 weeks vacation before taking up the company. We couldn't make it, so we didn't have any vacation since that. But we just loved it. So actually, we kept in mind that no matter what people tell you, words and idea can change this world. We absolutely believe in that because no one believed in us. Well, 2 women deep in the wood, 2 crazy women in the wood, actually, who would believe this could happen? But some people were placed on our road and we couldn't make it. So our first year of operation was a total success. We were afraid we could lose up to 10% of our clients we had because they were people used to the previous owner, but we gave the Pourvoirie his own car. So we decided to put all our effort into the customer services, which at our point of view was a big light from the previous owner. So we generated nearly 1 million in revenue in the first year. We decided to open the Pourvoirie 12 months a year, so all year long operation. We had the 3 chalets open 12 months. We opened ice fishing also. We built some cabins for that, and it looks pretty nice. But the next spring, we had never had a booking rate like that for the next spring, and then the pandemic happened. So from there, we were like everyone in the country and then around the world, we were in shock of what happened. We didn't know how long it would last, and we had no clue where we were going. So we took it hard because it was our first year of operation, so it was pretty hard. So we sat down together and put down on the paper our ideas. So we wanted to know what are we going to do, and the clients were pretty concerned what's going to happen with all their reservation, and also the way they reserve at our place, they have to pay all their state 1 month prior of our arriving. So they were concerned about, okay, what's going to happen? You got my money and I'm not going to come up. So we changed our reservation and cancellation policy in order to adjust to the situation. So we decided not to take the client's money for now, and we cancel all the reservation only 1 week in advance and offer the people to push back their reservation for later this year or maybe next year. Because just to let you know, we are already booked for next year, from May to July, something like that. It's already so we just froze all the deposit process from the clients. We offer the flexibility for the reservation, and we put the focus more onto the family because as it is right now, we have a small chalet that can host 2 persons. We've got bigger chalet, we can be up to 19 people in it. So we just adjust our schedule of reservation in order to maximize how many people will be to the chalet, but make sure that it will be meeting all the rules we had in place about the sanitary option and things like that. We decided also to try to target a new business as offering the half-day fishing operation. So we usually, when you come to fish at our Pourvoirie, you can be in a chalet, but you can fish also on daily fishing. Daily fishing is from 6:30 to 1900 at night. So we offered, because when we were fishing with our daughter, we realized it was impossible to keep her in the boat for more than 3 or 4 hours before she get crazy. So I said, if mine is like that, why not the other one? So we offered a 6-hour range for fishing, and actually we plan on getting perhaps 10 occasion only, 10 buying of that service. But actually yesterday I checked and we're over 100% who bought this service, and it ended up working pretty nicely, and people just come and they never fished before. They went fishing when they were kids. So now they just try it back with their family, and actually, as we are better fishermen right now, we can go with them and teach them a few lessons so they can catch a few nice trout. So, and also we wanted, as it is, you'll see in the video, it's pure nature all around it. It's wooden building everywhere, and it's pretty quiet spot. So we wanted to put the strict sanitary rules, but just like behind the scenes, just that people would forget for a day that pandemic, that COVID just never happened. And actually it works pretty nice. We got people, we put our staff into the building, and it's a drive-through service that you can go to your chalet and take your boat, and we number all of our boats, so people can just control the workflow and the clients around the area, so they don't see it, they don't feel it, and that's what they love, and they come back many times every year about that, due to that. And we put a priority about the client's health and also the safety. This was our top priority. So the nice accueil we have, you'll see it, but we took it out. We said, no, there's no way we're going to keep people inside our building because there's too many animals there were being showed to everyone. So we just decided to take a small fishing cabin we had for the winter and put that outside. So, and we hired more staff to make sure the cleaning was very strict, and we actually would triple our cleaning teams just to make sure that it was okay. We were lucky enough to find people, because where we live, it's pretty hard to find people, because it's either people who are retired or people who they don't work at all, so they just enjoy living there. So that's pretty hard for us, but we ended up getting people who just wanted to work with us, and they believe the same thing that we do. So they enjoy the Pourvoirie as we are. And well, I talked a lot about the Pourvoirie, and I can show you the video now. It's pretty short. It's not everything, but you'll have a good idea of what we do.
Oh, thank you. I love this. I want to come to the Pourvoirie.
Excellent.
Oh, excellent.
So the Pourvoirie is 3,000 acres.
Yeah.
We have 10 lakes, 16 chalets. There's a lot of forest around us. We have spruce, pine trees, birch, cedar.
Oh, it's beautiful.
This is our main building. We used to welcome our guests there. This is the main entrance where the clients used to come back in the year. All you see, it's wooden made. And all the animals on the wall sitting there have been trapped or catch on the Pourvoirie, except for the little brown berry you'll see somewhere on the left. It was purchased by someone.
Oh, how beautiful. What a wonderful experience for people too. You created this great experience for people.
Yeah, and they get to see the live animals. So as you can see, this is our map that you can see the area we're covering. We have all the lakes there. So you see all the green are the mountains with the all the forests.
And it's the lake for the fishing, the fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and for half a day, and it's 1.5 kilometers to go. And
Wow.
when you have some clients in the boat and they don't know how to fishing, we help them on the deck. We go near the boat and we talk with them.
Yeah, and down the lake you saw we put over 35,000 fish per year, and this is one of our smallest cabin we have. Can host up to 2 person. And our chalet goes from 2 to 19 people. We have 2 satellite chalet. This is one of the biggest we have. It's sitting on a private lake. So we have 9 chalet that sits on a private lake. So when the people are fishing on their lake, there's no one else. So we went there because it was my uncle who was at the chalet. So that's why we went there. All of our chalet are powered either electrical, solar panel, or propane. And we only have 1 spot for cell coverage. And we even made a wooden frame saying, this is the spot where you got to go if you want to talk to your cell phone, because they're not providing any services. And people from town, well, I used to be like that before, but people just get crazy when there's no signal around.
Yeah.
This is one of our oldest chalet. We made it last year. So we painted it. We did all the framework. This is one of the oldest. It used to be for 7 people, but you'll see it's pretty tiny. When we always focus on, okay, if you're 7 people in that chalet and it ended up raining for all the weekend, what are you gonna do? So we lower it. We accept people up to 4 person.
They
have to get space. So you'll see the wooden
for the cell phone.
A cell phone coverage. This is our small refugee for people walking, because there's a walking path that goes from Saint-Michel to Saint-Émilie, and it's stand on top of the mountain, the Mont Carotte. This is the 3rd highest point in the province, and this is where our observatory is sitting also. It's fully operational. It belongs to us, all the equipment, things like that. But we chose not to operate it this year because of the pandemic. It's too narrow. And as you say, Pourvoirie, you got to talk also fishing. So we cannot grow our own fish. So we get them once a week from a gentleman near Sherbrooke.
Okay.
He brings about 100, maybe 45 to 50,000 fish per year. He comes once a week or twice a week. So they wait and get they get accounted to our lake by sitting in a basin.
Yes. It's like a hatchery, like a hatchery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we put them on every arrival of clients. So compared to the other pourvoiries around, which they just put fish maybe once or twice a year. We put them we put fish down every 2 or 3 days. That's our main goal. So we also we have rainbow trout and brook trout that goes from 9 inches to 10 pounds. And we started also doing the hunting. We got no picture of it because we don't go doing the hunting. We hunt the black bear, the moose, and the deers also. So definitely that's the right choice we made back in 2017 to move there. We're proud of our business and continue to foresee the future through it. So thank you for giving me the chance to present to you our life, our dream, our achievement that we are so proud of. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, merci pour la visite. It's extraordinary. It's beautiful. It just validates for me as well. And I think Rachel, for both of us, that investing in women entrepreneurs and women-led businesses is the right thing to do. I mean, this is a successful business. COVID-19 has been hard for so many across the country and around the world, but you have pivoted. You have found a way to work in it, and your business is going to be stronger. And I've been saying this. We've been saying this. You have to see it to be it. And I've been saying that about women entrepreneurs, women leaders, because for the next generation, you want them to see it so that it's obvious. Of course, you're going to be an entrepreneur. Of course, you're going to be a business owner. Of course, so that there's no question. But today in COVID-19, I've had to adapt this. You have to see it to be it. You have to see it to be it for those that have found ways creatively, differently, to manage through this period, because for every story like yours, which is terrific, I want to be able to feature it to others who can draw from it inspiration, which is why Femasol is so important, because Femasol is that ecosystem of being able to draw, to create that ecosystem for support. It was very important to us, to Rachel and myself and the government, that during COVID-19, the commitment this government made to grow and support female entrepreneurs, that we don't lose that, because right now it's difficult for everyone. It's actually more difficult for female entrepreneurs. They're wearing so many more hats now because of COVID-19. You're raising your children, you're looking after your elderly parents, you're trying to be successful in your own business. So it's been a challenge, and that is why we added some additional support, because in addition to the range of measures, the emergency measures, we had to also do this very particularly for women-owned entrepreneurs, because as women leaders, we were going to make sure, come hell or high water, we were going to support our female entrepreneurs through this. And thank you. Merci beaucoup. Très, très bien.
Our pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Minister Ng, Mrs. Bandayan, we still have 4 or 5 minutes with Magalie and Sylvia. So if you have any question regarding their business, any further comments you would like to add, Mrs. Bandayan, the time is yours too. So please feel free to comment or ask more questions. We still have 4 minutes.
Great. Well, I was wondering if you were maybe using the wage subsidy for some of your employees, or if you had the opportunity to look into some of the changes to the program that we introduced last week that now might make it a little bit more flexible for businesses such as yours in order to take advantage of that support.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we have good accountants working for us, so they're looking into it. We had stuff over the table for us this year, so we decided to give all the numbers part to somebody who would be more effective than we are. But yes, they're looking into it. As we expect that we're going to lose at least 35 to 40% of our revenue this year. So we're going to make it. We're going to go through it, that's for sure. But we surely going to use all the help we can have from the government and all the other backgrounds.
Yeah, that's terrific. That's a great question. That's what they're there for. That's what the supports are there, and it's true. Please use them. And what is the outlook for the winter? Are you going? I was reading that it'll be ice fishing in the winter. So what are the plans? What are the plans heading into the winter to keep the business sustainable on the one hand, drawing on support so that overall, the idea here is to create enough of a bridge so that businesses can get through COVID-19. So what is the plan for the fall winter for the
the next winter we're still gonna do the ice fishing, that's for sure. We have 3 fishing cabins right now. We're planning maybe to draw plans for a 4th cabin, which would have beds into it so that people could just go and party on the lake on a quiet spot. So we plan on doing that. We still have only 3 chalets open year round. We wanted to change 3 other small chalets to offer them to smaller family. But we're looking for people to build our cabins, and they are all busy around Montreal and Lanaudière, so we cannot find a contractor to build our chalets. We're waiting for them, and we're already planning all of our basins and fish tanks and things like that. They're all ready for winter. So we're just waiting for the snow, but we're more working on the seasons right now, the summer season. We expect to be closing our chalet on October 15 to winterize them before the snow's coming, because in St-Zénon, when we go for Halloween, you got at least 1 feet of snow. So it's pretty north. So and we already booked for Christmas time, New Year. All the chalets are already booked.
Fantastic!
People already booking, and we did not make much publicity so far. No. So we don't have any flyers yet. We're waiting for them to come back from the printers. So yes, it's going to be terrific because people are talking. And as we use the smallest winter fishing cabin as our welcoming spot for the clients, they just get to see our potting and say, "Hey, you're doing ice fishing right now, right?" So they just want to talk about it, and we got. Last year it was a real success. That's what helped us to go along this year, because we were able to get at least to keep our staff working, which was a major thing for us, because all in the area people are just working maybe 5 or 6 months a year. We want, and we still want that for the future, to keep our staff working, offering them work a year round.
Right.
So that's one of our goals, and to make a bit of money aside to make some improvement on the Pourvoirie.
Sylvia, Magalie, thank you so much for sharing your story.